Hello and welcome to another update video about gold. Gold reacted to our support area down here after we could track 5 waves to the downside, and that's normally what we want to see. The price broke above the initial micro resistance, which was here the 50% fib level of this distance between 1897 and the Friday low. I will take that one out now. The market really gapped above it. This was the level that I gave you to understand if in this particular structure we get another low. So in this one, yeah, that's not the case. So we go to the next larger degree, which is 1 second. I just deleted something. Okay, which is the next resistance area, and now we've arrived there between 1879 and 1896. Yeah, I don't have a very clear view of the microstructure here. It's too early to say, but we could still extend lower here more directly from this region. So, I mean, if we see any reaction now between 1879 and 1896, then this could still extend down lower. Okay, then this could still extend down lower. In what, in which wave count would that be? Well, it's quite simple. We would say that this here was a wave 1 to the downside. This here was a wave 2 instead of a B wave. Not what I'm primarily watching for, but obviously we need to track the scenarios. This would be a 3, this would be a 4, this would be a 5. And this is the resistance area for this scenario. If we break above it, it will invalidate this further downside, which will again, you know, if we invalidate a bearish scenario, it will increase probabilities for the idea that a lasting low has been established. Okay, so, oops. So now, which other scenarios do we have? Well, from a bullish point of view, honestly, if we break above that level, it would certainly add more weight to the bullish thesis here, that in the bullish scenario, we do not get another low. At the moment, it is still very much possible that in an overall bullish scenario, we get another low, but that will drastically reduce in likelihood if we break above 1896. Of course, a break above 1896 is only the first step. This is really the critical resistance level to make the bullish scenario more likely, which we have on the chart anyway, the bullish scenario, yeah. But the idea is that obviously in this bullish scenario, the third wave rally would be next. In the third wave, we have 5 waves. And if we can break above 1896, it would be a good indication that the first wave of the first wave is actually running. We would then, in the pullback afterwards, be able to find a potentially good entry point for anybody who hasn't used the green box. Of course, there's always a bear around the corner as well. So if we break above 1896, then I really only see one likely bearish scenario, okay, which is basically the idea that, and this is really then fundamentally bearish, okay, which would be the idea that we are doing something like this. This move down was just an A wave, which was the move down into the October lows. Then we had an overshooting B wave, and we are coming down in a C wave, and this was a wave 1. We are moving up in a wave 2, but that should still be quite a decent move to the upside. Then we get a 3, a 4, and a 5. Yeah, this is possible, and this is the obviously some people wanted to see a bearish wave count. This would be my bearish wave count: A, B, C, and this was a wave 1 of C. This a wave 2. Now we're tracking a bearish scenario with our support levels anyway, but now is the time to bring it onto the chart. Before, it didn't really matter, because before we anyway expected a move down into the support region. I always try to keep it as simple as possible in these analysis. Now that we reacted to our basically the buy area, or you could say the trend reversal area, where we see a reaction, yeah, I want to make you aware that a break above 1896, which is the critical resistance, will either send us higher in the white wave count, which would be really bullish, or it will send us up in a more substantial wave 2 correction, which would also be short-term bullish, but then afterwards it should break down, okay? So there will be a resistance area that can be watched. Very difficult market at the moment, but I think this gives you a very clear idea of which levels to watch. So 1896 is the level to watch next. Afterwards, if we get a higher low, that is the setup for higher. If we then move higher, it is worth to watch the following region. Anybody who's asking, okay, but this is only 3 waves down, how can this be a wave 1 to the downside? Well, it would be part of a diagonal. The C wave would be an ending diagonal. But if we talk about which area, you know, could this red wave 2 that I've just shown you in the bearish scenario, which area could it reach? Well, it would be between 1950 and 2027. A break above 2027 will make the white wave count even more likely. So from a strategic point of view, anybody who wanted to buy more aggressively, I mean, this was the area. It's nice and colorful on the chart, okay? The next entry point that I personally see, and I cannot give you personal advice or anything, this is just generally how this market can be approached, you know. Obviously, it all depends on your risk profile and everything, but normally the time to be aggressive is in the box. The lower the better from a reward to risk point of view. Then obviously, if a 1-2 setup shows in wave 1, this would be the next entry point as a pullback trade. And then obviously a break above this resistance area above 2028. This would make a bearish outcome even less likely, and that might be the possibility to scale up a potential long trade even further. I'm just giving you general ideas here. But yeah, that's sort of how I see the market at the moment. Let me know in the comments if there is any question. If there are any questions. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. Last week we launched our stocks and S&P 500 service. If you're interested in daily S&P 500 updates with videos plus updates about certain stocks and shares, then check that one out. The link to that Patreon membership or service can be found in the video description, and maybe we see each other on Discord. And yeah, have a great day, week, and see you. Bye-bye.